Hey equals, it's Kim, and welcome to my channel. Here I talk about LGBT type issues. So if you don't know what LGBT is, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and I use those 4 letters, but it's inclusive of people who identify as queer or questioning or gender non-binary, gender non-conforming, etc. And I've been doing a series lately on various LGBT issues for straight folks. So today I want to talk about, this is for straight folks, but I think this is actually applicable to anyone, about expanding our thinking beyond, a thing and its opposite. We call that binary thinking. If you want to stick around for that kind of thing, please hit this red subscribe button, hit the bell so that you will get notified every time I put up a new video. What do I mean by binary thinking? Well, as it applies to LGBT people, this is kind of the thinking that, there is a man and there is a woman, and that somehow all women are in some basic way the same, and that all men in some basic way are the same, and that there really is no allowable in between. And sometimes it just takes a little exercise in thinking. Now, some people think that the thing that is the same about men and the thing that is all the same about every woman is their chromosomes. So that we were taught this in school, the XX for a female and an XY for a male. And while that is generally true, it actually isn't true all the time. It's the wonderful thing about the nature that, however you believe this happened, that the creator, whether that's Mother Nature, whether that's a supernatural being, made for us, and we just happen to be using, whatever your theological thinking or around the origin of the earth is that there is a wide variety in everything. Yes, there is often one thing that it occurs more often than not, and that is true, that XY for males and XX for females, I think I just switched hands, sorry, is generally the case, but there are people born with variations on those chromosomes. So we can't say that the one thing that's true about men and the one thing that's true about women is chromosomes. Can't go there. Well, what else? Okay, let's talk about external genitalia. That somehow the presence of a penis or a vagina is the thing that women have in common or that men have in common. And you know what? Actually, that's not true either. In the grand scheme of creation, there are people with variations on anatomy, gonads, reproductive organs. Just talk to any children's hospital around in a big city, and they will tell you that there is a wide variety. Now, sometimes in our past, in our history, we've tried to impose binary on people so that we would surgically correct people so that, their reproductive organs would look the same, all the same. But yeah, just, if you were young enough or old enough to understand the joke about locker rooms, right? People were checking each other out all the time. If they were all the same, why would people check each other out? This is not in a sexual way, folks. This is just in curiosity that they're looking for, like looking at the way people are different. And they are, all right? That's just the way it is, folks. There is no binary. We often talk about gender nonconformity. And gender nonconformity can be something that straight people do, that gay people do, that trans people are doing. It's just this idea. So we as a society have decided that certain things are true. And the only reason they're true is because as a society we've all agreed that they are. They aren't actually true in any sense other than that we have simply all agreed that they're true. Girls like pink, boys like blue. As a society, we have somehow determined, more so in my age, than my time than maybe all yours, but that girls like pink and boys like blue. What we forget is that actually, many, many years ago, before my time, pink was for boys. And, so these things, as a society, we change how we think about these things. They are not true in any essence other than we have agreed to say they are true. So when people are gender nonconforming, they are simply not adhering to this agreement that we've made as a society about what a girl is, or what a boy is, or what a woman is, or what a man is. So I watch a lot of fashion YouTube things about clothes, and I struggle with my clothes. I have a relatively masculine style of clothing, but I have a very feminine body, and masculine clothes don't fit on feminine bodies very well, darn it. And because, God, man, men's clothes have the best colors. Those deep, rich colors, I want those in my clothing, and I can't find them very often in clothes cut for a woman. So in a way, I am gender nonconforming in my clothing choices. And I happened to be watching a YouTube this morning, and I was watching a YouTuber I'd never watched before. And I started watching, and I was intrigued because in the background of the shot, where she was talking to the audience, was it might have been a glass, might have been a bottle, but it was rainbow striped. And for me, that's like, ooh, this person might be family, might be an LGBT person. And so I kept watching for a while. And I mean, this LGBTness wasn't the subject of her episode, or her channel. It was fashion. And she was doing a clothing haul, so she was trying on all kinds of clothes. And then eventually she said she held up a shirt that had pink fringe, all right? T-shirt, lots of pink fringe. She said, I got this in the men's department. All right, so she was kind of like, I don't know what man is going to wear this pink fringe shirt. And I'm like, well, there might be some. But she was shopping in the men's department, and then she kind of indicated that she does this frequently. And then at the very end, she held up this pink and black, like tuxedo striped suit made out of a silky material. And it looked very, to me it looked very feminine. She goes, no, found this in the men's department. And then she modeled it, all right? And I still think men's pants are really not cut for most curvy women. But she was talking about how she often buys clothes in the men's department. So to some extent, I would say that she is gender nonconforming because she's buying clothes in the wrong department. I don't know about you, but I have bought clothes in the men's department before and talked to people about it. And women who are choosing men's clothes and then going into a dressing room, which is usually in the men's department, isn't necessarily a men's dressing room. They all have doors, folks. But using the dressing room in the men's department space, you can get some funny looks. I've never actually been stopped from doing it, but I have heard people who have, and that's kind of unfortunate. Nobody's looking at anybody, there's doors, there's curtains, there's it's not a big deal. But anyway, so gender nonconforming. So there's all kinds of variation, folks. I'm going to keep this short. I could go on and on and on, but I won't. So let's just start thinking about the fact that there isn't binaries, that there is all of this normal human reality that is between those opposites, man, woman, girl, boy, feminine, masculine, that those things are not, those are binaries, and there is all this beauty, all this wondrousness that is in between. Again, if you like my videos, please hit the red subscribe button, hit the bell if you want to be notified every time I put up a new video, and I wish you a good week. Bye.